Yeah. 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 Woo! Whoa! What's it all about? Shut up and sit down. Oh, shut up.
um, um, post meditation reflections / oblique, as my mum would say. Response, part response, because I don't know if I can remember everything you said in the video. Part response to Phi. Hope I'm saying that correctly. Sumaham. Although I had a therapist say that one should never assume. But yeah, Phi. So, I don't know. You did a response. And you put the link to the video responding to. Now, I think I know how to do a link to the channel, but I think I did it in the copy link, and it was text. You've done it in a way where it shows the YouTube icon. So I'm wondering if you've done it in a different way. I will see in the description how I can link to your video. There was something I was going to just say and I've forgotten. Do you know what? It's weird. I don't know if it's fluoxetine or meditation or just the stress of the last, well, year and a half, really. Well, longer, but January last year was a pretty hard time. But it was thanks all of last year was, yeah, all of last year and half of this year. And there's been some good times, but yeah. Anyway, I have this thing where I'm gonna say something and then I forget it and I try and trace it back, but I realize that actually trying to chase it back is just trying to force something. It's better just to let it run, let the mind run, and whatever comes up, because it doesn't work. It's like, I think Ajahn Sona was saying that it's like if you're trying to remember something, it's like, use an analogy where it's like you've asked like a part of the mind to like equivalently go down to the, if equivalently is, I don't know if that's the right word, but basically it's like, say for example, I think I would say it was an analogy, but you ask someone to go down to like the library to get a particular book. So if you're asking the mind to recall information, let's say it's like sending someone down to the library to get a particular book. If you just say, oh, mind, can you remember what I was going to say? And just let them, then it's like letting someone go down to the library and then get a book. But if you keep saying, can you get this book? And then they're like halfway down the stairs, or can you get this book? They're like just about to go down the stairs, then you keep stopping them. So it's like if you keep asking the mind to recall information, and it's like it just takes longer basically. So yeah, where was I going with this? Yeah, so I'm gonna realize that there's just no point in trying to do that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I appreciate what you were saying about the videos. I didn't make notes on what you were saying. That may be a good idea. I may do that next time. Possibly get my pen and notepad and make notes. That's pretty cool that you did. So I may do that next time now, thinking about it. But just want to see if I can. Normally with me, it's like if I tend to remember like significant things, but as I said, I don't know because of like the meds and everything that's happened. But yeah, I'll think about it and possibly do notes next time. We'll see, I guess. Lately, I don't really like to say to myself like what I'm gonna do, because then like I just build up pressure for myself, and then it just like I was like counterproductive. I end up just getting less done. But yeah, anyway, so I kind of you were saying about the videos are long, and a lot of videos. Yeah, I suppose that's just what I'm doing to. It's become a bit of an addiction actually, like doing the videos. I've said that in another video, like it's become a bit of an addiction, in the sense that it's the emotions I've been feeling recently, and the pain of the memories, and particularly the anger and the anxiety. It's so my mind jumps all over the place as well. It's been hard to be just alone with my own mind. So it's like with the camera, and obviously people watching the videos, you watching the videos, and it's sort of just feel less alone with my own mind, really. And it kind of gives me a reference point as well. It's like, no, kind of like, if the right expression, but knock me into touch if I'm thinking incorrectly. Because for a long time, like, I thought I could trust my own mind with things, because there was this teacher at school who used to say, you can't trust your own mind, you can't trust your own mind. I mean, all he meant was just like saying to the class, like remember what homework to do, or remember like to bring a ruler and things like that. You got to put a note for what you need to bring to class. Like, really not trivial things, but trivial compared to what, like, I was applying it to. When I was remembering him saying that, I kind of took that quite deeply, so I mentally sort of resisted that, and said in my mind, oh no, I can trust my own mind, I can trust my own mind. But actually, looking back, I can't, because not only have I made like mistakes, I've made mistakes which like parallel each other, like the same mistake over and over again in a different form at a different time. So it's like having these videos, when I look back, it's like, oh, when I think I'm going to do something, that in the moment feels exciting, it feels fun, then I can like look back and realize, actually, like, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea to allow certain people in my life and certain people to influence me in a negative way. And yeah, and basically, so I have I don't call it a reference point, but it's a reminder, like sort of like a video diary, because I've never been that good with keeping actual like diaries in the long term. I end up like throwing them, or like, not keeping hold of them. So and also, if I just make videos on my phone, I tend to end up deleting them because the iCloud gets full. So it's just another way of having it, so I know it's there. Hopefully my channel won't be deleted. You never know with YouTube, especially because I got videos of the police on there. So I don't know, I was a bit paranoid, thinking, oh, is my video going to be like banned? Like, because I don't know, people, I always kind of think about like what kind of reach the government, or like the deep state, the secret service, or like what kind of reach they have on even like obviously, no, we're not channels as small as mine, but like if a channel does start to grow, which is generally unlikely, most channels don't even grow significantly, but let's say if a channel does start to grow, then they like take a note of it and try and silence things, because there is a lot of weird shit going on in the world and in the UK here as well. It's just really, there's a lot. It's almost like we're on the verge. Sometimes it feels like there's a verge of like a civil war with things. Fires are sort of being stoked on all sides, so to speak. And then you've got actual international wars as well, which are making things even worse. So, yeah. Anyway, what was I going to say now? Yeah, so in terms of the video being long, the video's being long, I mean, feel free to skip parts, No, I'm not offended if you don't watch. I can't. It'll be ridiculous for me to expect anyone to watch everything, because no one would have the time. But I'm just sort of, I let the video run. I let the video run because, like, if I don't, I never really have it planned of what exactly I'm going to do. Like, just before I did the meditation, and then I was thinking of doing meditation reflections, and I thought, actually, you know what, I'll get some water and blueberries, and then I thought I would just tidy up the bathroom a bit, so it was ready when I need to use it later, if I need to use it. So it's just like there. Clean the toilet roll holder, put toilet roll on, put like wipes in the bathroom, put tissues in the bathroom. Yeah, and then I went down, wipe the floor, wipe that, got blueberries thingy. And because I'm OCD as well, I tend to take longer. So I just left it running because I thought I was going to be quicker, and then one thing led to another thing, led to another thing, led to another thing. And so, well, I'll do that. Actually, I'll do that. That for me is actually, I like that about housework, because I find it's the hardest thing just to start with one thing. Then when I start with one thing, then my mind goes, oh, I may do that now. It's like, but the hardest thing is the first step with anything, with housework or like with meditation as well. Like, once you start with that, with setting that timer, for me, like setting the timer is starting. If I don't, so I know what you mean about like being mindful in the day. Like that's pretty cool. I was trying to do that yesterday because I have the other problem where I'm mindful in meditation, and like meditation's over and I lose all mindfulness. So I'm trying to apply more and more to meditating in the day, with daily activities as well, like yesterday, supermarket, etc. So yeah, what else were we saying? Yeah, so just to clarify, like I appreciate, like, I've been banging out videos like crazy, so feel free, like, whatever, like, just whatever suits you, just, and whatever, skip parts, as I said, like, it's cool. But it has been, I'm glad that you find it motivating. I didn't expect really anyone to find it that useful. As I said initially, when I did it, I thought I just have to have things on YouTube so people will like remind me, like, particularly my wife will remind me, oh, you've done this, you remember that video that you made and the pain that you were in, made that video. So don't trust that person again. Don't trust her with the information. Don't do it. You know, don't take the risk of trusting her again. Obviously you have to judge things as you can in the present moment, which is like all you can do. All I can do is judge in the present moment. But that was initially. So yeah, to get the encouragement from you and pointing things out to me that have been really, really useful, like particularly what you were saying about using the adult mind to reprocess the memory in the child mind. And I was starting to see the difference between the two when I was making videos. I was saying, oh, okay, yeah, that's when I've just regressed in some videos, and quite a lot of videos actually, into this sort of almost teenage angst-ridden way of thinking about things. Maybe that's not the way of putting it, but sort of childlike way of putting it. It's the best way I can describe it. So yeah, I really appreciate that. The supportive comments has been really, really helpful, and also a pleasant distraction as well, because sometimes things have been so difficult that it's just taking my mind off my own, away from some of the rumination and the thought loops. I checked. Oh yeah, you mentioned Daniel Ingram. I checked Daniel Ingram out. I couldn't. I clicked on one video. Someone was interviewing him, and it just didn't. I couldn't get on with that video. So I'm still trying to find something that I can feels right for me, something that I can get into from him. But at this stage, I'm not entirely sure that I don't know. I'll leave it at that, and you can let me know if there's any videos you recommend. What else? What else are we talking about? Yeah, I've also found your the comments and messages. You said messages? Yeah. Emails, yeah, I know email. You were saying about email, you don't check it for a few days, which reminds me, I only have one device. I think I may have said this already. My phone. My phone device, and my phone device. So I'm not sure I can have the access to all of the functions on YouTube. There's something, no matter how many ways I've tried to do it, I have tried for so long. I don't know if there's any way that this can be done. I'm trying to set my I was trying to set my location to the United Kingdom on YouTube. I've tried it, but because I've only got an iPhone, I don't have a computer, so I've tried to do it on the YouTube app. I've tried to do it in YouTube Studio app. I've tried to do it on Safari. I've tried it on, I think maybe I may have tried it on Google Chrome. Can't be sure of that. Probably did I try it on Google? I can't. I'm inclined to think maybe I didn't actually know. Try it on Google Chrome, but yeah, I'm not sure about that. So yeah, I've tried every way, and I looked it up, and with people doing those things on YouTube, a lot of it people are doing it on a laptop. So I only have my phone, so I don't have a second device. So yeah, no computer or tablet or anything like that. So yeah, if you know about any way to change well, really it's not even change the location, it's just add a location, because there's no location there. It's really weird, because all of that's just like a rudimentary like a very standard thing that I would have thought you'd be able to do, like from the phone. I don't understand why they don't give you the option in the YouTube app just to set the location. You can set the location of the video. That's no problem. You can set the location of the video. But it's weird how it allows you to do that, because that's something where generally people don't wish to even set the location of the video. Most videos don't have the location in the part of the video, like underneath the video. When the video, you can see, okay, look, it's got that little pin and then location. And it's like, yeah, most people don't have that. Obviously, some videos do, and I think it's pretty cool when people do put that, but most people don't. And most people do want the location, but yet they don't give you the option in the app, just set location, which is really weird. A really weird thing. But yeah, what you were saying about playlists, that reminds me. It looks like I can set playlists from the app. There's one default playlist, which is like the like videos. I think I may have to change settings to make. I will go for create a new playlist, then I'll just make it public, basically. But I think with my settings, I think liked videos are private generally, I think, by default. I'm not sure. They could be public by default. I think they're private on mine. But yeah, I will create a new playlist, and yeah, you're right to put it's best to put the meditation videos in a playlist, which is like what you've done, which is pretty cool, putting the thingy in a playlist, the meditation videos. I did try your meditation timer, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I let the whole thing run, because when I tried it, the reason why I tried it because you told me about it and I wanted to see what it's like, but also because I was thinking it was a timer. I thought, okay, let me try. I was so stressed out that I couldn't settle down to do something without anything much external. Like I couldn't settle just to get the timers. I thought, okay, this will sort of inspire me to start meditation, and then I started walking with it, I think, and then I don't know if I did a bit. I think that I started walking, then did a bit of sitting. Got some blueberries. Oh yeah, you mentioned about shaving the head as well. You do it is it on the full moon or something? Yeah, I've shaved my head a few times. I used to shave it as well. I tended to shave my head if I was stressed out or depressed. I would shave my head to be like for like a cleansing thing to do. Now my hair's all over the place, kind of long, and my beard as well. But I'm thinking of just leaving it because, like, I get fed up with shape. Like, if my beard grows, the beard grows really quick, as you can probably tell, and it's like if I shave, it's almost like it feels like pressure. I've got to do it like every day, otherwise it gets to a point where it just becomes a real pain to do it, which is like what's happened. So it's got to the point now where to shave this is just going to take so long. I could use, I guess, a beard trimmer, but I don't have one, so I'll be doing it with the blade. And I actually, for a while, used to make me feel uncomfortable with the facial hair, but when I had facial hair, I used to find it like itchy, and I didn't like it, especially like if I didn't shower for a while, then from the beard. But now I'm showering a bit more regularly, and I'm showering a bit more regularly, and it doesn't really bother me, except these bits bother me, and I was thinking of maybe cutting that. I guess I can do that. It's not really. So it's just a memory of someone telling me that what's going on with this, what's going on with this. So yeah, it's a bit funny the way it goes in, but yeah, they were saying that, so I kind of took that on board, but actually it's just hair. So yeah, so I'm just leaving everything as it is. I can relate to what you're saying about the whole you shave the head, like when you feel like you've been keeping the precepts or whatever. It's like, for me, yeah, I've been a bit wayward also with things. So I just also feel like, yeah, it's if I was to shave the head, I'd do it when, yeah, it feels like the right time. It's funny you mentioned that, because I had like, because I actually am born Jewish. I mean, I am Jewish. I became a bit religious for a while, on and off. Eventually discovered Utadamu's channel, Bante Utadamu's channel in 2000, like late 2014, and then was on and off with that for a while, and now hoping to stick with it. So yeah, but prior to that, like 2009 type time, like quite a few years, and it was like on and off as well. That was kind of going on for a few years, but particularly like 2009, I was doing the whole religious thing, Jewish religious thing, and I actually met a guy who said something that parallels what you said a bit, where he wanted to feel, because I was wearing a kippah, but I wasn't really following things consistently and for the right reasons necessarily. But I was wearing a kippah, and I asked someone, like, how come you don't wear the head covering? And he said that he wanted, or actually, you know what? I may not have been wearing it. I can't even remember. Maybe I was wearing one in the Jewish. No, we all were in the Jewish center. So I got a bit of a, I can't remember, you know, I don't even know. Anyway, he said, yeah, I don't wear one. And his reason was that he felt he hadn't got to the stage of keeping the more fundamental things, or the more things where he was worthy, or something like worthy of wearing the kippah. But I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm not sure how I feel about the way sort of he put it. But it's funny because it was the other way around at you know, the secondary school I was at. Like loads of people didn't keep shit. They didn't have to keep. They didn't keep anything like to do with religion, like most people, including myself. Which was why I hated wearing the head covering, and everyone like had to wear it. That was part of the uniform. And for me, I'm not sure. Maybe there was a sense of I don't know if it was a sense of unworthiness. I mean, I definitely had a sense of unworthiness in general, but I'm not sure it was. I hated wearing the kippah. I just hated it on my head. It just felt silly. I didn't see the point. I didn't see the point of that. I didn't see why it mattered. Just like I didn't see why the shirt being kept in mattered, or the top button being done up mattered, why that was important. You know, and I feel it to this day, that that resentment, that sense of being controlled by someone that shouldn't be able to have that sort of power. And I still believe it, that they shouldn't have that sort of power. I don't think anyone should. I don't think anyone should be able to tell anyone else that you have to wear this, or have to wear that, especially when you're not even choosing to go to that environment. Like it's the law that you have to go to school. You haven't chosen to go to that particular school, and yet it's one thing that you're forced there against your wishes anyway, and then you're also having a uniform forced on you at the same time. And I grew up in the sense of always feeling like you know, an object anyway. When I say object, I don't mean like an object as in the way that women talk about being objectified or anything like that. I mean an object in the sense of there to please someone else in some way, like there to there to please my mother, in a sense, there to please my parents, and I always saw everything through how I would imagine they would see it. So that just felt like another way of how I must look for someone else, like how I must be for someone else. Because I remember asking a friend, and I was like, why do we even have to wear uniform? I mean, he wasn't really a friend, but why do you have to wear uniform? And he's like, oh, they just like they want us to look smart. And thinking like, what about what we want? You know, because growing up, it was never asked. You know, what I wanted. And even now to this day, even when my mother asks what I want, it's not really about what I want. It's just a way of her getting what she wants. And I've repeated same habits. you know, I repeat the same habits. So when we were out dinner, like having dessert, and I wanted dessert, so I was saying, to my wife, "Do you want dessert?" We were actually with my parents at the time, and I was saying to my parents at the time, and they're like, we were with my parents at the time. I said, "I want dessert," and it was really. I asked my wife, "Did she want dessert?" But it was really that I wanted dessert. But I'm looking back, I think the reason why I did that was because I'm so used to. It's ironic, really, because they'll say, "Oh, well, he gets everything he wants, gives everything he wants," but actually, I've almost, looking back, almost all the time, regardless of what I want, I always end up with having what they want for me rather than what I truly want. And if I get what I truly want, most of the time I've had to. It's been a nightmare. Which people would look at that and think, "Oh, they bought you everything, you get everything," but no, it's actually not been like that. It's most of my life. It's been what they want for me. So even my wants have been like it got to the point where when people are so controlling over you that you can't even distinguish between. I couldn't even distinguish between what I want and what they want. So it would get to a point where it would align almost exactly, whether it's aligning with my mum or aligning with my dad. It would just align completely. And to like, I've rarely got to the point in my life, maybe starting to now, but I've rarely got to the point where it's like, I've done this for me. This is just what I've only done this for the sole reason that this is what I want, or this is what I'm doing for me, or this is what I'm buying like for me, you know. I mean, with food, I apply it. Like I bought like these blueberries for me. Like this is something that I get, which is completely something I want. Because I like blueberries. That's it. Some people don't, you know. Or like these coasters, these covers for the drink, you know, or the book on my bedside, the man living side, Hassie side, or where are we going with this? Yeah, so I wasn't so used to like in the restaurant to knowing, because I felt so uncomfortable to say, you know, could I get dessert? I felt so uncomfortable saying that, and really, I think my mum was angry at me that I even asked for dessert, because my mum doesn't just get angry like if she buys something for you, like she gets angry if you just she gets angry at me like just for asking. So I could tell she was angry that I asked for dessert, and my wife sensed, and she like that my mum looked and kind of gave her evil eyes, gave her a look, you know, when she was looking at dessert to consider it, because I said, "Oh, do you want cam dessert?" Because I want dessert. But it's all like a tangle, because actual fact, the reason why my mum's looking at my wife with the eyes at dessert is because she's basically doesn't want to, you know, wants to create. She's often does create this image that she's always done this with girlfriends. Create the image, especially at the beginning, that she's nice to me, which then makes me look like the bad guy if I'm not getting on with her. People think, "Oh, it must be you then because she's so nice." So she'll be particularly nice to to them, to the partner, or to the wife, whatever. But they'll do that. But yeah, she's done that with exes, with partners in the past. She's done that, and I've had them say, "Oh no, well, I can't believe you were saying that about your mum." Like, because I was like saying, "Just warn you, my mum can be like this, can be like that," and blah blah blah. And so I know, and then actually, it's they realize later that what she's like. And in fact, the only ones that get on with her, the only ones that end up never realizing what she's like and end up kind of going along with her, are the ones that are like her, the ones that are similar to her. But generally, most people figure it out. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so with the dessert, I said, I can't believe I'm going back on this again now, but I said I think because I knew it's so hard for me to say what I want, especially with my mum anyway, particularly with my mum. About only with my mum, because my dad's not really like that anymore. With my mum, I find it really hard to say to her what I actually want. But sometimes still with my dad, but generally not, unless something he's like really like, oh, this has to be like this. But I'm so used to it with mum, like I can't just say like this is what I want, because she always tries to criticize and blah blah blah. So that's why I always like said to my wife, do you want dessert? Thinking that, okay, if she gets it as well, then it'll be easier for us both to get it. Rather than my mum give me a hard time. It's like we both did it. But then what happened actually was the irritation that she has towards me that I even asked, she put onto my wife, really. So this is the games that I suppose narcissistic mothers play. To the girlfriend or the wife, they'll be all nice in front of them. So then the man looks like the bad guy, and then when it's just him and her, she'll do stuff, and she'll either fuck the relationship up by being shitty with the partner, as in my case, like the girlfriend or the wife, or she'll fuck me up by being shitty to me by myself. So then it will either be me that will break down and crack up, so that then I can't function in that relationship anymore. I can't cope with being in a relationship because I'm so messed up. Or she'll like piss them off, scare them off. So it's selective targeting, you could say. There was one relationship though. There was one relationship I had. There was one time where actually it was the opposite thing was happening, where I was really getting a lot of shit from this girl in a relationship. It was just getting horrible. I was just getting criticized and bullied all the time in the relationship. It was like never good enough. And I ended up taking that out on my mum, where my mum hadn't even done anything wrong. Like, she put a knife down like on a worktop, and I got like jumpy about it. All she did was just like put it down. But now thinking about it, the whole thing with knives, I think maybe starting to realize why that bothered me at the time, because yeah. Anyway, my knees are hurting. Ow! I can't move my legs. Can't move my legs. I'm gonna have to move this. Yeah, it should be in a bit of a therapy session. Ah. Ow. Can't move. Ow. Ow. Can't move my legs. Oh God, I've been like this too long. Can't move. Let's do it. It's just pain. It's just pain. Pain, pain, pain. Ah. Ah. Savano, givano. Ah. Oh. 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 Ah. Wow. 1 hour 54. Oh man. Yeah. Oh yeah, and thanks for telling me about the grapefruit. I'm also thinking, yeah, I'm overthinking the whole grapefruit thing. I'm still spacing it out. Like I haven't had it yet today. That's why I agree. But yeah, I don't think it's weird because it's some websites will just say like it's weird. I swear, like with US websites, like there's maybe because it's a much bigger country, so there's just much more conflicting information on different websites. And on the UK website, just because I guess there's just less companies, less websites, less stuff. So it's like they're saying that on their website list of drug interactions, it doesn't say interact. And we've got another antidepressant in here. I think you probably got it in the US. I think it's probably in most countries. Sertraline. And sertraline is known to interact with grapefruit, and they recommend it to boil it, but they don't. Yeah, they say that Prozac is fluoxetine is not an issue. But then there are some US websites that say this does. But yeah, so the half-life is a month. Huh. So it's actually in the system for a long time. Huh. That explains why I've been like at times where like, I'm managing fine without it, but it's actually still on the system for longer than I thought. I thought maybe it was like a few days, they said here. But yeah. Actually a month. Oh, it's a lazy Sunday for me. So what I do is probably end this video here, and I will go on, upload it, and I will go on, what's it called? Signal. Thanks for letting me know about Signal. I'd never heard of it. I mean, I heard of a Signal, what Signal is, but I hadn't heard of the app. I hadn't heard of the app Signal. It seems pretty cool. Seems pretty like robust and organized, which is pretty cool. Like pretty organized app. Pretty straightforward. And it's useful that it's got the option of number or username. So I will go on that and see, because I noticed while this video was recording earlier that something did come through. So that will be you. That'll be you. 5. That's it.